Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the show. James here, your host, of course, over here doing a beautiful Jackery stream. Now, it is a new year, and everybody's looking at new products, and everybody's looking something that might save them time or some money. Well, power stations might actually do that. It might save you some time, might save you a headache, and might save you a few bucks in the long run. Now, these power stations are going to do quite a bit for you, ranging from just entry level stuff to, of course, full home automation if you really wanted to. And that's the cool part about these products over here from Jackery. Now, we're going to list off a bunch of cool stuff. We're here for a little over an hour tonight, which is kind of cool. We're going to be showing you guys some small entry level systems to some larger entry level systems. Now, we do have Fernando from Jackery with us in chat. So if you guys have questions, guys, please ask. Now, tonight we do have that 5% off discount code for you. If you guys spend over $1,000, you guys can actually get 5% off of that purchase of Jackery products. Now, we do also have a few other great little deals for you guys tonight. The E1000 V2 is going to be like $4.99 after coupon code. There's a $300 coupon code for that, of course, with that. There's also the 2000 plus with two 200-watt solar panels for like $3,099. And after the coupon, I believe it brings it down to like I'm gonna say $18.99. I think it is. There's like a $1,200 coupon for that one. Then there's also that beautiful 100-watt solar panel that's going to be like $209 today. It's got $90 off. That's a beautiful price deal. Now we're going to get all into that, have some fun, and we're going to enjoy this show. Now the cool part about this, guys, is we got some amazing deals for you. Don't want to sleep on them. You want to have fun. We got some amazing products for you as well. We're going to start this off with the original product, the 300. Now, this is a nice, small, compact device that weighs approximately less than 8 pounds. It's 7.1 pounds. Now, it's 7.1 pounds. You guys can take this pretty much anywhere you wanted to. Like I said, under 8 pounds. This is, of course, the Jackery Explorer 300. Now, the 300 has the original housing with the fixed handle. That means you guys can carry it pretty much wherever you truly want to and take it on the go. And that's actually amazingly well done. Now, it does have some protections like a UL drop protection and a UL flame retardant shell. Drop protection is going to be approximately 35 inches of drop resistance of this device. So if I drop you from right here to the floor, it's going to be totally fine with that. Now with this, you got, of course, 293 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in approximately 3.5 hours on a wall plug. 3.5 hours on a wall plug is not that bad of a charge time for a device of this style with this makeup. Now it has two AC outlets on the front that are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 500 if you guys really need to go above that a little bit. Over here, you're going to have two USB-A ports. These are actually going to do well for you, but you also have a USB-C port. Now, the USB-C port is going to do 60 watts of charging capability in and out. It's a bi-directional port. Beside that is a DC input port. Now, that DC port is going to be for your wall charging, your cigarette car lighter charges, or your solar panel. If you use that piece right there, guys, like I said, you're going to be able to have this charged in about 3.5 hours. If you use that in the USB-C port together, you guys can actually have this charged in 2 hours and you're good to go. Now over here you have this little cover that's got a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug, and it's also got this beautiful display. Now the display is going to show you guys the battery percentage and of course the voltage in and out for you. Like all these devices, they have silicone pad feet on the bottom to protect them on whatever surface you deem fit on sitting it on. Now, it's about $169, guys, tonight, which is a great price point. 35% off for this deal. Now, we have the two ways I showed you guys, wall plug or wall plug with USB-C port. If you guys want to in a car, cigarette car lighter, guys, about the same charge time, about 3.5 hours. If you have, let's say, a 100-watt solar panel, 4 to 4.5 hours is going to be your charge time in 100% sunlight. Great little deal. Now, should be able to run a Nintendo Switch for approximately 40 hours without a problem. I was getting about 40 to 41 hours with my Switch. I was also getting a little over 30 plus hours with this and a portable monitor, which was amazing. Now you guys could do, let's say, DSLR batteries, drone batteries. You guys could run a Wi-Fi modem off of this if you really wanted to. Now, Wi-Fi modem would do well with this if you had to. Another cool part would be like your flat screen TV, your 32-inch flat screen TV, 4.5 hour runtime. That drone battery again, 5 to 6 drone batteries, 4 laptop charges. That's gonna be your smaller ones, like your small Chromebooks and notebooks and stuff like that. Pocket power blocks for the pocket power blocks. Are you meaning the two-prong plugs with the USB-A ports? I technically have never seen them. I'm streaming for them, so that one's going to be a little bit different one for me. I have not seen the pocket power block. That's kind of cool to know. Maybe Fernando can chime in on that one. Oh yeah, see, that was before me. Yeah, definitely before me. So I have not seen the small pocket ones. I do know they released a small power brick, which was kind of cool. I don't think I've seen the small power bank. So yeah, see, yeah, that was before me. Definitely. Thanks, Fernando. I haven't seen that one. Now I got to go web searching that thing. Oh, that's actually kind of cool to know. Guys, this is a great little piece. Like I said, 7.1 pounds. You guys could take this pretty much anywhere. Carry it around. It could do so much more. House fans. It could do your lighting gear for your cameras. It could even do a CPAP machine. Now, CPAP machine, maybe 5 to 6 hours or so with the heated hose. And that's actually kind of cool with that. So it's a great little piece. Yeah, so I haven't seen that one. I know. I mean, I've got this, and this is definitely small, but yeah, it's not a pocket style. So it's definitely that. Yeah, that's a different one. I haven't seen that. Now I'm intrigued. So guys, the 300, great little piece, great little option, great price point. Will work great for a lot of different stuff. Let's be honest. Because it's so portable, you guys can take it hiking, camping. You guys can throw it in your car. Maybe you have a kid going off to college. You want to make sure they have the capability of like charging their phones and stuff like that. That 300 would do great for that. It would also do great for charging their laptops in times of need. Maybe just powering up a Wi-Fi modem or router if you really need to, and stuff like that. It's a great little option for you. 35% off. It's like $169. Really, really amazing option. So cool option right there with the 300. Any questions about that? Now I will talk about a few things before while we're waiting to see if anybody has any questions. All of these stations you guys see tonight do come with all of the cabling that you're going to need to charge it with. Rather it be a wall plug, maybe it'll be a cigarette car lighter, or maybe it'll be like a USB-C to USB charging cable. It may even be a solar panel cable to actually charge a solar panel. They make sure that you have all the cabling that you're needed. Now, most of these devices are probably going to give you over a 10-year lifespan without a problem. You're going to get about 10 years on these lithium batteries for about 100% charge capacity. Now, after that 10 years, you may get down to about 70 to 80% battery charge capacity. That means that top little percent won't charge to the top piece, but it will still charge. And it should last you even longer than that, which is kind of cool. All of them have a warranty, so you don't have to worry about that. You got, like, I think most of them have a minimum of 3 to 5 year warranties, which is great as well. Yeah, that's kind of cool to know. Now, before we move on to the next product, we're going to talk about another thing though. Now, a lot of people have questions about how to keep your batteries well mannered. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, a lithium battery should be able to hold a charge for a year without a problem. Do I recommend you not charging it during that year? No. You should always pull one of these stations out. You should probably tender it off or top it off every 2.5 to 3 months. When you charge these systems every 2.5 to 3 months, you will be well done, and it'll keep that lifespan of that system going a little better. When you don't charge something for a long time, like a power bank or a battery, it will just make you get to that the end of the lifespan of the battery a little quicker. So it's not going to charge as Like, let's say you'll get that 70% a lot faster. So that's what I'm going to go with, which is kind of cool to know that you just need to tender it every 2.5 to 3 months to give you that extra little tender. Now, a lot of these systems also have intelligent battery management systems. They also have uh, balancers, so they are balanced. Each cell will have a balance as well. So, any questions about the 300? I don't see any. So, let's talk about the 1000 V2 because I really love the 1000 V2. It's a phenomenal little product. We do have it on the table behind us. Now, the 1000 V2, if we jump over here, you guys are going to see this is going to be $499 for this product. Now, we're going to bring, wow, that camera just went wonky, didn't it? We had updates before stream, so do bear with me if the cameras act a little funky tonight. That is the 1000 V2. Now, you might hear V2 a few times tonight. All that means is version 2. So version 2, that means there was an original 1000. Now, the 1000 V2, like I said, normally $800 price tag. It's $499 tonight. There's a $300 clippable coupon. Now, for that price tag, you're going to get a product that only weighs approximately 29 pounds. Nice to know, Richard. They're actually pretty phenomenal. Now, I'm multi-streaming. You guys probably see me over on the Dragon Blogger channel a lot, but I do stream over here as well. And I was lucky enough that I get to play with a lot of these products. The newer ones, I really am loving the newer ones. Don't get me wrong, the old ones still work very, very well. I like the 1000 V2's got some newer technology, and that's kind of cool. It's got that new Charge Shield 2.0, which is going to allow you to charge it at a quicker charge rate while having a LiFePO 4 cell system. Now, this piece right here is going to be 1070 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in about 2 hours on standard fast charging mode. Now, with Charge Shield 2.0, if you activate it in the app, you guys can do what's called emergency fast charge at a 1 hour charge rate. That's going to mean for we know a natural disaster's coming, or we know a big snowstorm's coming. I have a large snowstorm coming tomorrow. I believe we have one tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Having these stations may come in handy if power goes out. Now, to have something to know, it's going to affect us, we can charge in 1 hour. That's a really great idea that they added to this system. Now, with 1070 watt hours of power and a quick charge rate, guys, you have a good amount of peace, but it only weighs about 29 pounds. It's actually very light. We can take it around with us and carry it without a problem. You do have 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets are actually going to do 1500 watts of pure sine wave power. That means no spikes, no peaks, no worries about damaging any electronics that are connected to it. Now, you can press it past the 1500 watts if you need to, up to 3000. When you go to 3000, you're going to have a slight little wave in the power. So you're going to have little wave. It's not a big, high, spikes where you're going to worry about big damages. They didn't do that. They still made it very, very safe for your product. Now with this, you also have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 30 watt port, one's a 100 watt port. You're going to have a USB-A port at 18 watts and a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug. You have the flashlight that's going to do multiple modes of brightness that can and will be able to work with the app. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the 1000 turned on tonight. And of course, I'm not logged into my app, but let me log into my app real quick. Because you do have app control, and the app's going to allow you guys to run these devices without a problem. And of course, got to log in, and then we'll pull up I believe the one next to it, so I can actually turn the flashlight on next to it. You guys can see it come on. And it'll be the same with the 1000. And you guys can go to a higher brightness if you need. You guys can do SOS pattern or shut the SOS off if you want to. You don't have to use that. Now, with this, like I said, in the app, full access, guys, iOS or Android base. It connects through Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So if it's at home and it's on the Wi-Fi system, you guys can go onto the phone at anywhere you want, and you guys can turn the lights on, turn the switches off. All of these switches or plugs individually turn on and off at the will of your app with that. Now, if you're out in the woods and you don't have Wi Fi, it will work through the Bluetooth connection. So you guys can do that on access. That's going to give you maybe a 15 to 20-foot reach or so, turning that on and off. That means, let's say you guys are in your tent, you have a camp light plugged into it. You don't want to get up out of the air mattress or out of your sleeping bag. Turn on your phone and shut that switch off. It'll shut the light off and you don't have to worry about it. It's kind of cool with that. Now, just like that, it's got a fixed handle. It actually doesn't weigh too much, but it can run quite a bit. The device is approximately 8 inches deep by about 12.5 inches long by about 10 inches high. Not that large. And at 29 pounds, you guys could take this along. It would be good for like your RVs, your toy haulers, and other individual pieces. Again, has that UL 2743 fire retardant shell and has the UL certification for drop protection, about 35 to 36 inches. You're going to have that supercharger, Charge Shield 2.0, the 10-year battery lifespan at 100% battery charge capacity. After that 10 years, you're going to get approximately 70 to 80% battery charge capacity, but it will last you a lot longer than that. Now, with the full charge, you should be able to charge your laptop, and that's going to be like your MacBook Pros and stuff like that, your smaller Chromebooks and stuff, approximately 14 times. About 20 drone batteries. Starlink, if you guys use, let's say, Starlink Mini, up to about 29 hours. Standard Starlink, approximately 10 hours. 14 hours with the mini fridge, 1 week with the Wi-Fi router, so you guys have enough time to have surf the internet and stuff like that. 12 hours with the heated blanket if you really wanted to, or if you guys have, let's say, that little 45-watt house fan, 23 hours with that thing. 91 hours with the 10-watt Bluetooth speaker, you're going to have a nice long runtime. Now, it does have enough power. It could definitely run a projector. It could run a rice cooker. It could run a refrigerator, tea kettle. It could do pretty much whatever you need with that. It could even run your kitchen stove if you needed to, or your 520-watt double door refrigerator. Now, your 520-watt double door refrigerator, maybe a few hours with that. Not going to say you won't get more than 4 hours with it, but you might get less than that too. Depends on the fridge you have, how many times you open that fridge, and if you guys have an ice machine and stuff like that with it. So 1000 V2, $499 is your final price with this one with the $300 clippable coupon. It's a great deal of a product with the 1000 V2. Now you can also get the 1000 V2 with, of course, a solar panel. Now that's going to be, I think, original price is like $12.99. I think there's a $550 clippable coupon on that. So, it's going to bring it down to, I think, $749. That's $749. You guys can get the 1000 V2, and you guys can get the 200-watt solar panel. So that's a really good price point there. Now, the 200-watt solar panel is a phenomenal panel with this. I am not sure about that. I don't actually have dealings with that side of it. Fernando might be able to answer that. I'm not sure why that video started playing. Now, if you had two of the 200-watt solar panels, you guys could fully charge the 1000 V2 in approximately 2.5 hours, which is a good charge time out to have it with on solar, and that's kind of cool. Now, the solar panel is fully waterproof, water resistant with an IP68 rating. It's also going to give you about 25%, 24.5 to 25% efficiency of charging, even in low light settings. And now, what is a low light setting? That's going to be considered, low light settings is considered like an overcast, slight drizzle day, not like black skies or at night. So, cool little options right there with the 1000 V2. Finance to start with. Yeah, you can, I think you might be able to, I can't remember if you can finance on Amazon. That's a good question. I can't remember. I know I've done it a couple times, but I think it's with my Amazon card. So, Yeah, I don't know. I know Fernando is in chat, and will be bouncing back and forth. He might be able to answer that. That one's a little out of my range. I just deal with the Amazon side over here, so. Now we are going to talk about the Big Brother, and I say that with a grain of salt because we're going to talk about the 2000 V2 next door. I'm pretty sure that's what we're showing. Yeah, 2000 V2. Hey, thank you, Fernando. We are going to talk about the 2000 V2. Now, we kind of showed you guys the 2000 V2 light up a minute ago, and this is the device we were showing you guys the app working with. So that's kind of cool with this, and we're going to pop up the app, and we're going to kind of show you guys a few more. Because if I want to, I with the app, I can turn on the screen so you guys can actually see the battery percentage. You guys can see I'm not pulling any wattage out right now, and that's because that light that I'm plugged into isn't really pulling a lot out of there. I think it's like maybe 8 watts of runtime with that. If I want to, I can shut that screen off again. I can turn the flashlight on. We can go to higher brightness. We can do SOS pattern. We can even turn on and off the switches. So, like just right there, I shut off the switch and it is no longer on. Now, just like, of course, the 1000 V2, it's got 3 AC outlets, 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, and a 12-volt 10-amp plug. Now, the 3 AC outlets are actually going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power on this one, but can peak at 4400 if you truly need to. The device is 2042 watt hours of power in a 39-pound package. It does weigh a little bit more. This is going to be more geared towards, let's say, emergency power outages at home, maybe your RV, your toy hauler. I mean, you could take it camping. I've taken a larger one camping with me, but it's a little bit heavier. You can't hiking it around back and forth from maybe your car to your tent site. You might not want to do that all the time, but you could. Now, $1,499 is the price tag, but there's a $200 clippable coupon. Again, just like the other, it's got, of course, a 2-hour charge rate with, of course, that beautiful Charge Shield 2.0 in standard fast charging mode. If you want to, though, again, switch it on to emergency charge mode in emergency situations and get that 1-hour charge rate. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, use the emergency charge rate in times of need. Don't use the emergency charge mode every charge. When you do that, it's going to bring you down to that 70% battery capacity quicker because it charges at a faster charge rate, which means it has to push more and use more of the battery. It's not a bad deal, but just, kind of use it sparingly when you need to. Now, it's about 13 inches long by 10 inches wide by 11 inches tall. It's actually quite sizable, but works well. And the cool part is from the original one, it's actually smaller. It's got LiFePO4 cells compared to the original 2000. It's got, of course, what's called CTB, or cell to body technology. Now, cell to body technology is exactly what you think, cells. If you guys look at a beehive, which is cells, it's a honeycomb design that's going to actually encapsulate each LiFePO4 cell. Now, each of those cells means it's actually set in its own hole, which means it's more durable, more protected in time from drops, more protected from swelling. It's more easier to design and put together. It moves away from that large 3 to 4 step battery assemblement, so it means it can actually be put together quicker in this housing right here. Now, with, of course, the 100-watt USB-C port, you guys can charge and run high-powered devices through it. You also have the 30-watt USB-C port. You have the 18-watt USB-A port for your smaller devices, let's say like your cell phone, your lighting gear, and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. Now, with this device, you guys technically can run a 200-watt desktop PC for over 12 hours without a problem. You guys could even run a coffee maker or other devices with no issues on hand. Now, a cool part would be, let's say, like a hand drill for about 8 hours, an air pump, like an air compressor that you would use for your inflatable rafts, approximately 20 hours with one of those. That would be about the same runtime for those of you that use the hand airbrush gun and you guys airbrush paint. about 20 hours of runtime, 2.5 hours with the shop vac if you wanted. Now, you guys could even do, let's say, a 50-watt laptop for about 30 hours. You guys could even do a 100-watt movie projector for about 17 hours. You could do a 150-watt water pump for about 11 hours if you needed to. There's more devices you guys could run off of this without a problem. And that's the cool part because it does have quite the wide range of usabilities with it. You guys could do, let's say, 1150 watt window AC off of this for approximately 2 hours if you truly needed to. Now, CPAP machine users, guys, over 50 hours if you really needed to without a problem on this device. Your cell phones, if you need a cell phone charge, about 60 cell phones. That's going to be like your 29-watt cell phones or your 4,000 milliamp iPhone, right? Your Samsungs, maybe 50 charges. 4.5 hours with the blender if you really wanted to. 45 drone batteries. You guys could do even more than that. 17 hours or more with the movie projector, guys. Even if your wife really needed to do the hair dryer or you use a hair dryer, a little over an hour runtime with that. The 1000 V or the 2000 V2 is a phenomenal product. And again, has that clippable coupon. If you want the 2000 V2 with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels, there's actually a $200 price coupon on Amazon for that one. Brings it down like $22.99. So you're going to get the station and 2 of those 200 watt solar panels. Phenomenal products, great price points with those. So any questions about the 2000 V2? Bear with me, everybody. Now, with the two 200 watt solar panels, guys, you're going to get a great charge rate. You'll probably get about a 5-hour charge rate with 2 of them. If you had 4 of them, guys, 2 hours is going to be your charge time with that. Phenomenal product. And like I said, the app is completely free to access, guys. The app will run all of the stations that have app control. Can be used as a UPS or an EPS, emergency power supply, or uninterrupted power supply. It's got about a 20 milliseconds to switch over with that, which is actually quite doable and nice. Very quiet and silent. About 30 decibels is what these devices run at, which is actually nice. So, pretty phenomenal product. Now, the cool part about this is this runs an 80/20 DC plug. The 80/20 DC plug actually has a locking groove in it to lock it in place. Most of these solar panels will come with an 80/20 or a 7909 adapter connected with it. And that's going to allow you to run with that one, which is great. So, cool, phenomenal little product. Definitely nice to use. Now, we talked about the 2000 V2, so let's talk about, I think we got a 1000 plus up here. We do. Now, 1000 plus, if I remember right, it's up there. So let's talk about 1000 plus. Let's bring you on in. So this is the 1000 plus, and we're showing you guys a kit today. Now the 1000 plus is coming in at about $1,500. It's the station and 2 of the 100 watt solar panel. Now with this device, it's 1264 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in approximately under 2 hours. At under 2 hours, yeah, the 2000 V2, Richard, is a really phenomenal product. I love that new honeycomb design that they did. They did really well with it. It's perfectly balanced for a lot of different usages and has a good runtime and a quick charge time with that, which is a phenomenal idea. Now, if you haven't seen the 1000 plus, the 1000 plus can actually expand. You guys can add batteries to this one, up to 3 batteries, and we'll get into that a little bit later. This device weighs approximately 32 pounds. At 32 pounds, guys, it is not that bad of a weighted system. Now, it is, of course, LiFePO 4 cells. It's got that, nice charge rate if you really want to with that. Under 2 hours, fully charged, you're good to go. On the front, you're going to have 3 AC outlets, and we'll zoom on in there a little bit closer. You have 3 of those AC outlets that's going to do 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4,000 for you. With this device, though, you have 2 USB-C ports. Those 2 USB-C ports are 100-watt ports. You have 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts, and you have a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug and a flashlight on the side. All individually switched that can be turned on and off at will if you guys want to by hand or through the app. So you have that access. Now, again, can run quite a bit of different things because you have the access of the 12 kilowatts of power. You have access to make it up to 5 kilowatts of hour power, which is great. It's like 1 hour, a little over an hour and a half is your charge rate with the AC fast charging, which is phenomenal. If you have solar charging, guys, you can have it charged in under about 2 hours as well if you really want it. It's going to take you about 4.5 hours with 4 of the 100-watt solar panels, but not that bad. About 7 hours in a cigarette car lighter in your car. So if you guys are traveling, you guys could do it that way as well. On a full charge, you guys could do, let's say, a 520-watt double-door refrigerator for about 2 hours of runtime. You could do a rice cooker for a little over 3 hours. You guys could do a movie projector for about 12 hours if you wanted to. That's going to be like a 100-watt movie projector, all right? 2,000-watt heater. Unfortunately, 2,000-watt heater is only going to be about 30 to 35 minutes of runtime with that. But you could do that. So it has accessibility. You guys, the sky's the limit with this one. It's a really phenomenal little product. It's got multiple points of connection. Now, your input connections, like your DC input, your DC input is going to be a 12 volt, 12 to 60 volt working voltage at 11 amps max. That's going to be about 800 watts max input. So if you want to use the DC input, you guys can actually input 800 watts of solar panel into this. So that's if you guys have 4 of the 200-watt panels, you guys can have it charged in 2 hours. If you have 4 of the 100-watt panels, a little over 4 hours with that. Could run an angle grinder. You guys could run a pruning saw off of this if you really wanted to. It could do so much with this. It's a phenomenal product. Now, I've done Christmas decorations. I've done inflatable Halloween decorations. Trevor, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Hedda, how are you doing as well? Welcome. Some other things I've done off of this is my Xbox. I played my Xbox off of it. I had a PC ran off of these. I did a whole show off it one night. Do the Explorer Pro support? So the 1000 plus will allow you to have an expandable battery. The 2000 plus will allow you to have an expanded battery, and the 5000. Those are the only 3 that has the extra battery capability. So the 1000 plus, the 2000 plus, and the 5000. Yes. Yes, Richard. So when you link up, that's actually the battery sitting right above it. So that is the battery right above it. And it has a linking cable. The linking cable will go from the station to the battery, and then you can put another cable from the battery to a battery. And then again, one more time, you can have up to 3 batteries on this station together. And they will all charge through the actual power station itself. Yeah, no problem. It was a long one, Trevor. It's been a long day. So that is actually the battery. By getting the battery, you have another 1,264 watt hours of power. It's a little over 2,500 watt hours together, which is great. It's a phenomenal idea to have the extra batteries, and you can go up to 5 kilowatts with it. Now that battery, I'll try to get up and kind of show you guys this if I can. The mic might drop down, so bear with me. The battery does have a display. The display will show you guys the battery percentage. It also has a handle, and the handle will allow you to carry it around with that, which is kind of cool. And the linking cables work well with it. It's a phenomenal idea with a system of this to actually be able to have the battery. So when you have the batteries, you guys expand your run times. It's going to expand the type of devices that you can actually run off it and the periods of time with that as well. Yeah, so it's pretty much like the 1000 plus, 2000 plus, and the 5000, which, if you guys haven't seen, that is the 5000. A little bit of a lighting issue, which I like attempt to kind of fix if I can. Maybe not. So that is their very, very large system, and we'll be getting into that one in a little bit. That is a huge power station. Now you asked about like expandable batteries. Oops, no, that is not what I want. I want the other camera. Let's go down to the table. So down on the table, for a 1500 watt heater, I'm going to tell you to go with the bigger station. Honestly, you could go with like the 3000 Pro. You could go with the 2000 plus. The 1000 plus would do you well. I mean, the 2000 V2 might be able to do that, but I mean, if you're turning it on every 2 to 5 minutes, you're not going to get a full multiple days with that. Oh yeah, I mean, there are some good deals on the 5000 plus system, and the expandability with that one is phenomenal. I mean, you can add 5 batteries with the 5000 plus. It goes all the way up to 30 kilowatts of hour power. Then you can double it to another one. Bear with me, everybody. My ear is ringing for some 700, 1000 watts most of the times. Yeah, I'm going to tell you to probably go with like the 2000 plus, 3000 plus, or expandable battery system. If you need it to run for multiple days and you're going to have it kick on every 2 to 5 minutes, you're probably going to need a bigger system. Over on Jackery, I believe there is actually a math algorithm over there on their site that will actually let you to input the power to the system, and it will tell you how long it can run through that system. Let's see if I can get the cameras to work properly today, and we'll talk about the 2000 plus. Now, this is going to be the 2000 plus, and the 2000 plus can have batteries. The 2000 plus is coming in at a phenomenal price point. I mean, it's 6% off, but there's a $1,200 clippable coupon, guys. So if you guys want to, you guys can get this system right here. I believe the final price is going to be like $18.99. At $18.99, you're going to get the 2000 plus and two of the 200-watt solar panels in a full kit. Now, this system is capable of expanding up to 5 batteries with it. We're talking about the system by itself with solar panels. It's 2042 watt hours of power, but it has 5 AC outlets. Now, 4 of those are your standard 3 prongs with it. Some of them are actually like the 1000 V2. The 1000 V2 is actually coming in at $499 today, which is a great price point. Yeah, so the 2000 plus does have the NEMA plug. The NEMA plug is going to do 300 watts of or 3000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6000. The same with the 4 standard 3 prong down below. Now the only difference with that is they are 120 volts. They're not 240. So it is 120 volts, not 240 with the 2000 plus system. Now the one thing with that is they do make what's called a manual switch. The manual switch will allow you to connect up through that NEMA plug, which means you guys can actually connect it up to your house or your cabin if you have a power grid to your cabin with that. That is a separate device with this though. Now, like I said, 3000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6000. You have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts, and that 12-volt 10-amp plug hidden up there as well. This device does weigh a little bit. It's approximately 62 to 63 pounds. So with that In my back. Yeah, I lost. No, I did. It wasn't muted. It looked like it just killed my mic. Thank you for that. No, I was saying, guys, this has two large 3-inch wheels that's going to allow you to roll it across pretty much most surfaces. With that being said, sand is a little bit different. Sand, if it's soft, it's going to kind of sink. So do be cautious with that. And it's got an aluminum handle that can actually fold up inside the housing of this, which is kind of cool. And it is a 63-pound system, so it does have a little bit of weight for that. Now with this on a full charge, yeah, I mean, I attempted it. So I did a whole bunch of testing with mine. I was like, well, they added the wheels. Let's see what I can roll across. And now I can roll across, like soft grass without a problem. I was able to do with, like some dirt, as long as it wasn't like muddy. You don't want to roll it through water. And sand, if you guys have ever walked on the beach, you notice your feet will sink with it as you go. Same thing with this. The weight just kind of sinks. So it's not the best with sand, but could roll across it if you truly had to. Yeah, thanks everybody for catching that. Now, 1 second, everybody. I had to sneeze. So with this device, on a full charge, it's going to take you approximately 2 hours to fully charge it on a wall plug, which is not that bad of a charge rate. It comes with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, but if you had 6 of those panels, guys, 2 hours is your charge time outside. 25 hours on a cigarette car lighter in your motorhome, your toy haulers, or even in your vans or RVs, just driving across country. Now, 30 decibels can be used as an EPS with that 20 milliseconds to switch over. On a full charge, you guys should be able to run most of those devices like the 2000 V2, like we were talking about. 12 hours with the desktop, 2 hours with the 1150 watt window AC. That's like a 10,000 BTU window AC. Now, if you really wanted to, guys, you could do, let's say, an 850 watt tea kettle for about 2 hours or so. Not sure who's going to run a tea kettle that long, but if you guys truly needed to, that's up to you and how you do it. For the 70 watt inverter heaters, now that's a little bit different like the 1500 watt heaters. A 70 watt inverter heater is going to give you about 19 hours of runtime. If you have it on solar panels, you guys can actually charge and run at the same time. So you're good with that as well. So phenomenal product. And like I said, you guys can add 5 batteries. You guys can run it in parallel with the second 2000 plus. When you connect it with the second 2000 plus, you guys can actually add 10 batteries. And once you have 10 batteries, you're going to have 24 kilowatts of hour power with that. Yeah, it definitely is. And the funny part is I actually have a large lithium LiFePo 4 cell system in my car. I run it for my car audio, and it's a pretty phenomenally large bank of batteries. Let's see, do I have a picture? I know I have pictures of it. It's kind of like the cells that we're using inside this, or that are inside these systems that I use in my car. We have something somewhere. Maybe I don't. Yeah. No. So, like in my, well, hey, wrong picture. It's over here. So, I kind of use the same cells in my car, so for all my car audio. And that's like 240 amp hours right there of those. So, a large bank of batteries. Now, with that, guys, if the 2000 plus and you don't, it's a modular system. If you don't need a modular system, you guys can definitely go with its brother, the 3000 Pro. Now, the 3000 Pro is still a phenomenal product that's sitting down here. Now, it weighs a little bit more. This is approximately 64 pounds, so it's like a couple pounds heavier. This is a package deal with the 3000 Pro as well. It's going to come with 2 of those 200 watt solar panels. Now, the price tag on this one's like $3,700. There's a $400 clippable coupon. Now, the difference with this is their largest standalone system. Now, standalone means it can't actually have any batteries added to it. So it's just the system and the battery pack that's inside it. Now, for 3,024 watt hours of power, that's actually a quite large battery system inside a setup like this. Now, just like the 2000 plus system, it's got those four AC outlets. One's that NEMA plug. That NEMA plug will allow you to connect up to the manual transfer switch or to like your RV and stuff like that. You have four of the standard three prongs at 120 volts. They all do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6,000. Now, the little bit difference compared to the 2000 plus is this will take you about 2.5 hours to fully charge on a wall plug. The 6 solar panels, it's going to take about 3.5 hours. You guys can kind of see the difference. And that's because it's a bigger battery. Now, it's not that big of a deal because the charge rate's still well done, but you guys could run more things with that. Let's say a 60 watt TV, that's going to be like your 32 inch to your 50 inch TV. About 35 hours of runtime with that TV off of this system alone. 3 hours with the 1150 watt window AC. That's a large window AC. And I've actually done that through our streams over here on Jackery and on the Dragon Blogger side, guys. I had my window AC plugged in it. I ran it through multiple shows without a problem just to do it, try it, see if we could do it. Now, you guys could do, let's say, a 520 watt double door refrigerator for about 5 hours with it. So if you guys need to, you could do that. Now, I'm gonna go here and be completely honest. You'll probably get longer than 5 hours of runtime on your standard double door refrigerator. If you can keep your kids out of the fridge, and also, most fridges don't constantly stay on. They come on and off, on and off. So as the temperature starts to climb, it'll kick on, bring that temperature back down there. So that's how you guys can do that. And if you guys set your refrigerators, it really depends on the temperature you guys set your refrigerators at as well. Now, because it's over 3 kilowatts of hour power, it actually allows you to reach out to your residential clean energy credit programs at your utility companies or your federal contractors, and you guys can actually sign up for it's a 30% tax credit for this system. Now, you guys can do, let's say, 8 hours with a blender off of this if you wanted to, 3 hours with a tea kettle, 21 hours with a movie projector, about 220 to 240 hours with, I think, the little lamps, the 3-watt lamp. Now, you guys can do more than that. And this system and the 2000 plus system, you can actually plug in a welding machine. So let's say your TIG welders or your MIG welders can actually run and connect up to this. Keep my phone charged while recording videos out. Oh, dude, I got that. I got that for you. If you're just trying to charge your phone, right here, this is the 100 plus power station. Now, this 100 plus power station is 99 watt hours of power. It can actually fully charge your iPhone 14 approximately 6 times. It can do your Samsung S23s, your S24s for about 5.25 charges. So this would actually do that for you for your phone charging capability. Very lightweight, very capable. It's less than 2.25 pounds. It's TSA approved to be taken on an airplane, has dual USB-C ports and a USB-A port. The 100 Plus will be perfect for that. This thing's phenomenal. Does come with the 100 watt pass-through cable. Can be fully charged off their 100 watt solar panels. So you can take, let's say, the 100 watt solar panel with you. You could take this solar panel, connect it up, and you guys can actually have it charged without a problem. So it is fully compatible with the 100 watt panel. It's compatible with even the portable Mini 40 as well. So this would be a great package deal. This is like 2.5 pounds. This is 2.25 pounds. This would be a great option. It would be about 7.5 hours charge time though for this package right here. But still, it's a great little idea and gift. Yeah, the 100 Plus that would work phenomenally well for you. We're actually going to get in more into that one a few. Now, like I said, guys, you can run a TIG or MIG welder off of this if you needed to. It's a phenomenal product with this system. The 3000 Pro, just beautifully well done. Again, full app control with that. Yeah, I totally agree. I tell you, I use this quite a bit. Cool thing is, it does have a display up there, you guys, and all of the other stuff. So the 100 plus is a good one. Now we are going to move over to. I think we got the 500, but I believe I have the 500 block. So let's pull the table over. Let's move stuff. Jump down here. We're going to talk about 500. Now the 500 will work great for you as well, and the 500 is another cool one. It's a beautiful little piece. It's about 13 pounds. At 13 pounds, it's still very portable, very lightweight, but it has multiple connections. So on the front of this, you're going to have 3 USB-A ports. The USB-A ports are 5 volt 2.4 amps. You also have the one AC outlet that's going to do 500 watts of pure sine wave power. Now, with this system, it's actually going to do about 518 watt hours of power in this system. There's a $170 clippable coupon on Amazon for this one. It's got multiple DC inputs and or one DC input, multiple DC output. So you're going to have the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug, and then you're going to see the two 6.2 millimeter DC plugs sitting next to that as well. Now this one does have a flashlight on the side for it. There's a flashlight, standard mode, or if I hold it down, SOS pattern with that as well. Fixed handle, it's actually nice and lightweight. Digital display on the front for this one, which is great. The only downfall with this one, it's not a big downfall. It's just because it's some of the older technology that they had. It's a 5.5 hour charge rate. So 5.5 hours it's going to take you to wall charge. It'll be the same on, let's say, your cigarette car lighter. It'll be about 7.5 hours if you guys use the 100-watt solar panel with this. UPS for PC. If you want something for the PC, I'm going to tell you it's going to be the 5000. If you want it as a UPS for a PC or a data center, the 5000 has a 0 milliseconds of switchover. If you want it for, let's say, and you're not really worried about the switchover with it, the 20 milliseconds on most of these will work out well for you with the PC. Now, I've used the 2000 Pro with mine. I've used the 2000 Plus with mine. I've done it with the 3000 Pro systems and all of that. I have not seen an issue with the power switchover. So I had no issues in my computer staying on with that 20 milliseconds of switchover. If you're worried about a data center during a power outage, like let's say you data mining, the 0 milliseconds is going to be more of that. Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Any of these systems, like the 2000 V2 would work well for you. The 1000 V2, all of those have a 20 milliseconds of switchover. And it's a phenomenally quick switchover with that. So you have no problems with that one. I ran a whole stream off of the 2000 Pro. I ran it was like a 2 hour stream in here off of the 2000 Pro. Not a problem. Yeah, it's not bad. They have a decent switchover. And the cool part is that pure sine wave part. If your PC is not, let's say, now I have some pretty big PCs. The PC next to me has a 1300 watt power supply. That PC pulls power when you're gaming. If you're trying to game off something, you're going to need a larger power battery bank. That's just the way it's going to be. If you're just say, let's surf in the web and maybe streaming the stream, it's not pulling that much power out of it. Now back to the 500, guys. You should be able to run a laptop, let's say your 60-watt laptop, your Chromebook. About 30 hours of runtime off this. 7 hours with the flat screen TV. About 9 hours with the mini cooler. You guys could do, let's say, what else could we do? 50 minutes with a blender if you really wanted to make a margarita or a daiquiri. It's up to you. 4 hours with the electric blanket, maybe an 8 hour air pump if you wanted to. Now, I've done more than that. I got over 9 hours with the CPAP machine. I've had my camera gear, my lighting gear, my Keystone lights all set up to that. If you guys are seeing down here, I got Keystone lights everywhere. So running one of these off of this, you guys are going to get a nice long runtime with that without a problem. It's no issues with those at all. The 500, like I said, clippable coupon brings it down in a nice price point for you if you're looking for something like that. Now, we also have a nice little portable setup. This is going to be the 300 Plus. Now, 300 Plus is a phenomenal little product. Now, I say that because, well, it's lightweight. Charlie, hello. Now, this is the 300 Plus, 288 watt hours power and an 8-pound package. Now, this 8-pound package does have a handle that's going to allow you to carry it around. It's got 2 USB-C ports. The one USB-C port is 100 watt bi-directional. That means you guys can charge inwards and outwards through that. You also have the USB-C port that is a 15 watt port and a USB-A 15 watt port as well. 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug, and of course the flashlight. The AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sound wave power, can peak at 600 with this one. To fully charge this 300 Plus, it's like an hour and a half. An hour and a half charge time with this. This is a quick charge rate with this on hand. Now, silicone pads on the bottom with that on hand. Yeah, this would work great for camping without a problem. It would definitely do well for camping with the quick charge rate. If you added, let's say, like the Mini 40 solar panel, and you could do the Mini 40 solar panel with it. The Mini 40 solar panel will have it charged in about 7.5 hours. The 100 watt solar panel, about 4.5 hours. So you have your different charge rate. Now with it, you guys could run or charge your laptop about 3 times. You guys could do about 5 drone batteries, 4.5 hours with the house fan, 13 cell phone charges as well with it. I have every system that they made except for like some of the really, really older stuff. Now you could even do, let's say, a modem off of this, like your 15 watt Wi-Fi router from your cable company, about 15 hours of runtime with that. It's a great little piece with it. Yeah, you can see like table's full. There's more. I have a hallway full of stations. This is a good one, but I'm going to tell you guys, get the package deal. Get it with the Mini 40 solar panel. This is an 11-pound package. At 11 pounds, this would be great for a bug out bag. It would be great for camping, quick emergencies. This is a grab and go piece. I mean, at 11 pounds, you guys should be able to carry this without a problem. Solar panel is fully waterproof, water resistant. It's a great little option. Now, this solar panel is actually a beautiful little piece of. So just like that, you guys have a nice little panel that pops all the way out. Unfortunately, my hallway is a little bit ways away from me. So really cool. Are there even? So there are a few of the refurbished on Amazon, I believe. There are refurbished ones. I don't really know about used. I'm going to gear you towards going with a newer one personally, or even refurbished. I do know there are refurbished on Amazon, but at the price point of these, I mean, I believe 300 plus is. I think the 300 plus is like $299. There should be other buying. What's the other buying? Let's see here. $299, $30 clippable coupon with this one, so not a bad deal. With the Mini 40 solar panel option, I think I can get it to pop up with the price tag. I think the Mini, it's got an $80 clippable coupon with the Mini 40 solar panel. So that's going to be your price point with that. With that solar panel, it's like $399 with the $80 clippable coupon. It brings it down there. So 300 plus, great little option. Definitely well done with that. Yeah, the hallway, there is, I think there's 5 more in the hallway. I have 5 more stations in the hallway. I have 3 more solar panels off to the side as well. All right, we're going to go back to, I think we have the 4000 kit. Now, for those of you that want a full kit, that's going to be the 4000 kit. We're going to talk about it. It's the 2000 plus plus batteries, and they call it the 4000 kit for a reason. So you're going to get, if I can get my camera to work properly, you're going to get the station there. You're also going to get, of course, that battery above it and 2 solar panels. Now, this whole system is like normally a $5,000 price tag. There's a $500 clippable coupon, so $43.99 is like there, and then you take another $500 off. On top of that, you guys can use that 5% discount code we have for you guys on anything over $1,000 tonight. So if you guys want to save a few bucks, use the discount code and get a few bucks off with that. And I'm going to actually share that code with you guys right now. So you guys have that code right there as well. So you guys can enter that, save another 5% off. Now with this, that means you guys just doubled your battery. Instead of having 2,024 watt hours of power, you got 4,085 watt hours of power. You're going to have 2 solar panels with this kit. Now the cool part about that is, guys, you can add the 5 batteries total. When you add the 5 batteries, you're going to have 12 kilowatts of hour power. Like I was saying earlier, it's going to do quite well for you with those systems on hand, which is phenomenal. Now you guys can get this by itself if you wanted to. I think the 2000 plus by itself is like $19.99. So $19.99, you guys have the 2000 plus by itself. Get it with the batteries. Get the full kit. I will always gear you guys, not because I don't want you to purchase it, because I believe the full kit's going to make you more well-rounded, and you're going to have everything that you could ever need. From like the 2 solar panels to, of course, the battery and the station itself. So if you can get the kit, get the kit. Now we are going to talk about that little small station, the 100 plus though. The 100 plus, we were just kind of brought it up a little bit ago. We're going to talk about this because this is an $89 product. At $89, guys, you have a phenomenal little station that's going to do well. This is the 100 plus, 99 watt hours of power, 128 watts of power with this one. Now, 128 watts is decently well done. 99 watt hours, it's 2.2 pounds. At 2.2 pounds, this is actually TSA approved. TSA approved is actually really, really cool because you can take it on a plane, you can take it past the checkpoint. That means you no longer have to use public ports to charge your phones and in the airport. I don't trust public ports. I don't trust them in motels. I don't trust them in hotels. I don't trust them on buses, trains, planes. I prefer having my own power. To have a system like this, you're good to go. Now, your charge rate with this, of course, is actually a good charge rate. It's under 2 hours fully charged. It is a LiFePO 4-cell system. It has, of course, 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts bidirectional, the USB-A 18-watt port, and, of course, that beautiful little display. You hit that button, display comes on. It's going to show you guys it's at 97% battery. It's going to show you guys the input and output of the voltage. This one comes with the USB-C to USB-C cable. It's a bidirectional 100-watt cable, so you guys can actually charge your devices with it. This device alone will allow you to run a Nintendo Switch for a little over 4.5 to 5 hours. If you want to with the portable monitor, we actually did it through a show, you guys can run a portable monitor and a Nintendo Switch for a little over 3.5 to almost 4 hours, which is crazy. To be able to run a gaming device and a monitor off of this is phenomenal, and that's kind of cool. It would be the same if you guys wanted to connect up your kids' tablets in the back of the cars and go on a drive. They don't have to fight about having no power or their videos dropping because the power died. This will do the iPhone 14, 15, about 6 charges. It will actually run your MacBook Pro for about 6 hours as well. It could also do, let's say, your Samsung S24s for about 5.25 to 5.5 charges. It's lightweight. This thing is so light, it's crazy. It's actually pretty small. I mean, you can fit it in a backpack. You guys can put it in your significant other's purse. If you guys wear Jinko jeans, if you guys are old skaters and stuff like that, they will fit in the back pocket without a problem. You guys can fit a CD Walkman in there. You guys can fit this in there. And everybody's like, what's a CD Walkman? It's just showing my age, all right? Now with this, I can talk about a few of like the power ranges of certain devices. Like your MacBook Pro 16 is like a 100-watt draw. Your Steam Deck's approximately 43 to 45 watts, if I remember correctly. Your Nintendo Switch, 18 watts of draw. So you guys have your like Legion Goes about 100 watts. Your iPhone 14 is a 20-watt draw. So that's your rangings with it, which is kind of cool. It's a phenomenal little product, and again, long lifespan, LiFePO 4 cells, PD 3.0 quick charging capability. It's a great little option at a phenomenal price point. $89 is a good price point. I've actually got a smaller power bank than this that costs way more than that, and it doesn't do as much as this. It has one connection. This has got a lot more, and the capability is really cool with it. So that's that 100. Now, what I was talking about is, guys, this 100-watt solar power station can actually be charged off the 100-watt bi-directional panel. So you guys can connect this into this without a problem. It would be the same if you guys wanted to do the Mini 40 solar panel, guys. So if you guys wanted to do the Mini 40 solar panel, this can connect up to it too. And that's just the connections, and you have the connectability. So cool little option. I use this quite a bit. That's my most common power station I use around here. Now we also have the 240V2 up next. So the 240V2 is a cool one as well. Now that's a nice, beautiful little power station, guys. So this is version 2, 240V2. 8-pound system, 256 watt hours of power. Has the AC outlet that does 300 watts, can peak at 600. Has the 2 USB-C ports. One's that 100-watt bi-directional, the other's that 15-watt port. You also have that 15-watt USB-A, 12-volt 10 amp, and a single brightness flashlight. That's all it does. Single brightness or SOS pattern. Digital display, app control. $349 is, I think it's like $249 is actually a price point on this one. $249 by itself. So $249 by itself is a great price point. I think there is a $20 clippable coupon if you guys want it with that. So that's a good price point right there as well. Now, if you want it though, get it with, of course, the Mini 40 solar panel, which would be my idea. $349 package deal. Now, there's a $50 clippable coupon with this one, so this is going to come in at $300. You're going to get the station and the solar panel right here. Now, with the solar panel, guys, the Mini 40 solar panel, 7-hour charge time. If you have the 100-watt panel, it's a 3-hour charge time. Wall plug by itself, 2 hours if you need. Put it in emergency charge mode. 1 hour is your charge rate. It has Charge Shield 2.0. App control. Now, when fully charged, though, you guys can actually do quite a bit with it. Again, you guys could do 12 cell phone charges, 16 hours with the 10-watt Bluetooth speaker, 3 charges with the smaller Chromebooks or MacBooks with it. You guys could do 4 hours with the house fan, 4 hours with the mini fridge. That's going to be like a 45-watt fan or fridge, guys. 14 hours with the Wi-Fi router modem, 20 hours with the 5-watt light bulb. That's that light bulb right there. 4 hours with the 60-watt TV, 32-inch, 50-inch, 60-watt TV. For those of you that have a Lizard and you have to use pet heating pad, that's a 30-watt draw, about 6 hours of runtime with that. And an 8-pound package that can be taken pretty much anywhere. Cooling technologies, silicone pads, easy to grip and carryable. You guys can get it by itself or with, of course, that beautiful solar panel. I'm going to take 1 second for a sip of water, everybody. So cool part about that is these are actually created for low light settings, the solar panel. So you are mentioning about the cloudy day. These can actually work in overcast or gray skies. In those settings with the solar panels, they're going to do about 24 to 25% efficiency depending on the solar panel you get. So if it's a cloudy gray sky, you'll still get about 25% efficiency. When those clouds break, you're going to get 100% efficiency no matter what. So they are designed for that, for those reasons. So you do have those options with that. Mark, I believe they are shipped to some countries internationally. That is a question that Fernando can actually answer. So I'm not sure like where internationally you are actually asking them to be shipped. So my voice, it's going. All right, we're going to talk about a cool one. I actually like this. This is one of the originals that actually had Charge Shield 2.0 original. This is a cool one. This is actually that little station right up there. And it's up there for a reason. This is the 600 plus. Now, the 600 plus is a really, really cool little station in its own right. 632 watt hours of power, $469 is all it's going to cost. But it only weighs 16 pounds. It's a 16-pound package. Now, at 16 pounds, you got two AC outlets to do 800 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 1600 if you need. Has the two USB-C ports, the USB-A port, and that 12-volt 10-amp plug with a flashlight. With this device, it's going to take you less than 2 hours to fully charge it, but it has Charge Shield 2.0, which gives you that 1 hour quick charge rate with that. Now, when fully charged, you should be able to run a mini fridge for about 6 hours. 7 laptop charges. Now, you guys could do more than that because you guys could do 36 hours with the 10-watt Bluetooth speaker, 27 DSLR batteries. Now, you're probably like, what's a DSLR battery? I hear them say it quite a bit. That is a DSLR battery. It's an 8-watt battery. This 8-watt battery is going to give you about 27 charges off of it. Now, that means your camera gear, your Sony ZV-E10s, your Sony ZV-E1s are up and running without a problem. Now, with it, you guys could also do, let's say, 1 hour with a 520-watt refrigerator. You might get a little more than that. Let's go there. 10 hours with a 45-watt house fan. 6 hours with a 100-watt movie projector, coffee maker, about an hour, tea kettles, rice cooker. Now, if you want to do a 90-watt laptop, 4 charges. 50 hours with a 5-watt light bulb. 32 hours with a small portable fan. That's like your camping fan. 8 hours with a 60-watt TV. It's a really cool little one. Now, add a solar panel to it, and you have the great option. And the cool part is this is actually, yeah. Thank you, Fernando, for going over there. Mark, Fernando is actually the Jackery team member. Has full answers if you need to know. So 600 plus, guys, beautiful little piece. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. Now we're gonna jump forward. We're going to talk about the 5,000 now. We showed you guys the 1,000 plus. We've showed you guys a couple options with the 1,000 plus, but I want to get into the large system down here. Now, when we get into this, I'm going to say why my camera just acted up. Bear with me 1 second, everybody. My camera quit. Why my camera quit? My camera just quit, guys. I'm not sure what happened here. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to attempt to get lighting, and I don't think it's going to help any at all. I don't know what's going on with my lighting or my camera. That was wonky. All right, this is the 5,000 plus system. Now, the 5,000 plus system is a large, large system. It weighs 132 pounds. Now, at 132 pounds, you're probably like, can it be moved around easily? The answer to that is technically yes. And I'm going to go here with a grain of salt. And you guys are going to see my ugly legs because I wear shorts most of the time. Don't get up much for these shows, but we're going to do this. Is actually easily moved. So right here, you have a handle. The handle comes up, down, and it rolls just that easy. This thing rolls like it's on butter. I mean, you guys can cut through butter with it. Not a problem. 2 large 3-inch wheels, just like the others. And it's got, of course, 2 casters on the front that lock itself in place. handle that can be tipped and put away. So this is kind of cool with this. Now, we are bringing you guys in closer with this device. On the front, you have 4 AC outlets. Now, these 4 AC outlets, we're going to bring you on in here and show you guys. 7,200 watts of pure sine wave power. 7,200 watts through those 4 AC outlets. Now over there, you have 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts charging capability, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts, and of course the 12-volt, 10 amp cigarette lighter plug. Digital display, app control. Now if I turn this on, we'll pull the power button on and hold it up. You guys can see the digital display, 73% battery capacity right now, and all the other cool jazz with this. Now, this does quite a bit of more than just that, because this system is really, really cool. Now, let's back up here. So I'm going to roll it around and turn it. So over on this side, you have multiple points of connection. You have the beautiful AC port. This AC port's for the STS, ATS, or MTS. This is actually for your smart transfer switch, your manual transfer switch, and all of those other pieces. This means you guys can actually run your whole household off of an AC outlet that's connected up to your power grid, which is connected up to your circuit breaker box. That's the plug for that. Down below is 2 NEMA plugs. Now these NEMA plugs are, of course, 120 and 240 volt capable. It's dual voltage. You have the NEMA 14-30 and the NEMA 14-50. So you have 2 sizes of those NEMA plugs for you. We will attempt to kind of bring you guys on in. For some reason, my lighting is not where it should be, and I'm not sure what's going on with my light today. So you have the NEMA plugs over here. These are actually really, really phenomenal. Now, we're going to get on to the other side as well. You guys can see I'm moving it around pretty easily. So you guys will be able to do this as well with this system. So it's kind of cool. Down here is your AC port. This is your wall charging port. Below that is your DC expansion port. Now the DC expansion port is for the battery. You guys can add 5 batteries to this system. You have a panel here, and I'm going to pop this panel up. I did something that probably a lot of people won't do, and that's actually pop the panel up farther than it's supposed to. And that's because I got to show you guys a lot of stuff on it. First and foremost is your low power solar array plug. These are your DC 8020 ports. Over here in the middle are your high power voltage solar array plugs. These are for your 4,000 watt home solar array. There's a switch over here that allows you to switch it back and forth. Now, you have 4 ways of charging said device. Your 4 ways of charging this device are going to range from the wall plug. On a wall plug, it's going to only charge at a certain charge rate for you. Now, with that charge rate, though, it's going to take a little bit longer than probably what you would expect in other capabilities, but it's not bad. On the wall plug, 3.5 hours is your charge rate. That's going to allow for 1,800 watts of power to be pulled in and charged with it. If you're using your low power solar array plugs, the 8020 adapter plug, that will allow for 1,200 watts of solar array power. That's a 5-hour charge rate. Now you have 2 more ways of charging this. First is going to be with that smart transfer switch. The smart transfer switch is going to allow you to fully charge it at 4,000 watts off your circuit breaker, off the power grid that's coming from your electric company at under 2 hours. If you have the large 4,000, 5,000 kilowatt solar arrays on the roof of your house or out in your yard, same charge time at 4,000 watts, a little under 2 hours is your charge rate with it. Now, the capabilities are endless on what you guys could run with this, because by itself, you should be able to run that 60 watts flat screen TV for like 2 days. Because it's got the large NEMA plugs, you guys can actually plug in your house dryer to this and run it for like 3 hours. Technically, you guys can even plug in that large central AC outside and run it for 2 hours. Or if you have 1150 watt window AC, you guys do the math, got 5 kilowatts of power, you guys can run it for over 4.5 hours. This device can be used as a 0 milliseconds of switchover with the UPS. That means it's great for fish aquariums, it's great for data mining, it's great for data centers, it's great for medical devices. It's uninterruptible power supply connectability with this piece. Now, full smart app control. You guys can actually do real-time monitoring of generating of performance, which means it actually can read the input of your solar array and the output that you're pulling out through all those plugs. It can do the same for your solar charge, not your solar charge, but your energy charge from your electric company as well. Now, it can actually do scheduled energy saving optimization. Now, you're probably like, what's that mean? That means, guys, if you don't know, your electric company charges you more during peak hours. Your electric company will charge you more during the hours of 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at night. That's when everybody's at home, everybody's huddled in front of the TVs, everybody's in front of their gaming console. They charge you more for that power during that time. During that time, it will run off of the battery instead, and you guys don't have to worry about it. Then when non-peak time comes on, you guys can actually go back to running off your house grid, and then it will charge this device during that time as well. Now, with the system, though, it's phenomenally well done, but you guys don't have to just worry about that. Now, the 5,000 is approximately, I think it's like $3,499 by itself, right? So $3,500 is the price tag for a device of this. 5,040 watt hours of power is what you're going to get through this system. Now, the cool part is that's not where it's left at because, well, they offer it with, of course, a solar panel. So if you guys want a solar panel, you guys can get it and the solar panel for, it's like $42.99. There's a $600 clippable coupon, though. So at $42.99, you guys can use the Amazon $600 clippable coupon and you get this and their new large 500 watt solar panel, which is amazing. They also have the full kit, if I can remember right. So let's kind of talk about the kit, though. We're going to talk about the 5,000 plus and the smart transfer switch because we kind of want to get into the smart transfer switch and what it can do and what it really is. The smart transfer switch and this device is going to be a $5,000 price tag together. It's like a $1,600 product by itself with the smart transfer switch, okay? Now, the smart transfer switch is kind of cool, but it looks like, let's see if I can go over here. So this is your smart transfer switch. This needs to be installed by an electrician. It's connected up to your circuit breaker box at home. It's got 12 individual circuits built in. When connected up to the system, that means it's going to run 12 individual circuits or power lines in your house. So let's say you guys want to make sure that your fridge is connected on one circuit. That breaker can be set to that. Same with, let's say you guys want your living room hooked up for lighting. You can do that. You have 12 individual circuits with it. Now with this device though, you can actually connect up to 5,000 plus systems. When you connect up to two 5,000 plus systems, you can actually run at 14,400 watts of power through this system. You heard me right. 14,400 watts of power. Now the cool part is you guys can, like I said, can expand this system out. You can actually add up to 5 batteries in the system. When you add 5 batteries, you have 30 kilowatts of hour power. If you had a second system and you have 10 batteries, then it's 60 kilowatts of hour power. 60 kilowatts of hour power, you should be able to run your home for at least 14 to 15 days with most of your devices. Add the solar panels and you guys can actually keep it running and not have to worry about it because you guys can charge off the solar during the day and run it off at the night. Now remember, if you have 4,000 watts of solar power coming in, you're charging at a quick rate with that, which is very, very phenomenal. Every 2 hours, you guys are recharging that, that 5,000 watts of power without a problem. Now, it's a phenomenal product, but I'm going to tell you guys, get the full kit. Get the 5,000 plus kit. That's going to be the station, the smart transfer switch, 2 solar panels. It is a $6,000 price tag. At $6,000 though, you have the full kit. You have 2 solar panels, you have the station, and of course you have the smart transfer switch. Beautiful, beautiful products and phenomenally well done. Now, with that, we're going to talk about solar panels. Now, we're running a little behind, but hey, we're going to do this. We have this beautiful $209 solar panel. This is the 100-watt Prime. Now, the 100-watt Prime is an IP68 rating with a 25% efficiency in even low light setting. It has a beautiful kickstand. It is a bi-directional charging style panel. Has a nice little handle, nice and lightweight. When you unclip this, you're going to notice that it has 2 sides. The blue side is going to be your reflective side. And when you pop it open, you're going to see the dark black side of your monocrystalline solar cell. This is a large panel. Now you guys can see how large this panel is actually here. This is an IP68 rating, which means it's rated to be left out in the rain, harsh weather without a problem. You can leave this in the snow. It's not going to hurt this device. It comes with a 10-foot cable, and it will allow you to, of course, charge pretty much any device down here, from the 100 plus all the way up to the 5,000 plus system. Now, it's more geared towards the smaller ones, but it does well. Now, to get the bi-directional charging, you have to set it at a 20-degree angle. That 20-degree angle is going to allow for the sun to reflect and pop up through the back side. At $209, that's a 30% savings with this device. So if you're looking for it, this is a phenomenal option. Now we also have, I'm going to pull up a video, guys. Let's see, nope, that's not the video. Let's grab this one. This is going to be the 200 panel. Now we've talked about this panel a couple times. This is, of course, the Solar Saga 200 panel. Now, the Solar Saga 200-watt panel is actually $699, but there's a $220 clippable coupon, so it drops the price point down there. Now, it is an IP68 rating, fully waterproof, water resistant, harsh wet weather. Leave it out in the dirt, wash it off with the hose, you're good to go. It is a large panel. This panel actually has a built-in sunlight angle indicator, so you guys can actually get that perfect sunlight to get that targeted piece. It's going to do 200 watts of charge at 18 volts. It's a 24.3% efficiency in converting light to power, which is phenomenal. It does come with a carrying case, which you guys can see it was on the ground. 10.5-foot cable, so you have a 10.5-foot cable that's going to allow you to connect up from the solar panel to the station. If the cable is not long enough, get the extension cable for that. And they do offer an extension cable out there, guys, which is kind of great for that. Now with this, it's like I said, compatible to 3000 Pro, 5000 Plus, 2000 Pluses. It will work on the 1000 V2, the 2000 V2, and many, many more. This should be able to set up in under 30 seconds. And like I said, $220 clippable coupon, 200-watt solar panel. Beautiful little piece of product right there. Now with that, of course, we are going to move on to, I think we got the Mini 40 solar panel up next. We're down to the solar panel. This is that Mini 40. Now the Mini 40 is a cool little panel. $99 is the price tag. Fully waterproof, water resistant. It is 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick. When you pop it open, you're going to be greeted with that monocrystalline solar cell that's going to give you that great charge rate on the smaller system. Now, the cool part about this is still IP68 rating, but it only weighs 2.5 pounds. Now, at 2.5 pounds, you guys can put this in a backpack. It is the size of a notebook. At the size of a notebook, you guys can put it in your kid's backpack and make them carry it hiking. They ain't going to notice it. It's light, 2.5 pounds, 12 inches. Guys, this is a phenomenal little piece. This is a great little option. If you're looking for a panel like that, $99 option works with the 100 plus all the way up to the 300 plus systems. This is going to do well for you. Now, for those of you that want to do, let's say, full modular solar panel, you want it connected to the roof of your house, you want it connected up to, let's say, your RV, your motorhome. The 100 Prime is going to be a great option for you. Comes with the mounting hardware, but it is a glass panel. Now, it is a tempered glass panel, but it is a great little piece right here. And you guys probably just heard it hit, but this is that 100 panel. Now, fully glass panel, bi-directional again, metal framing all the way around, so it's got a metal housing. On the back side of the metal housing is, of course, the reflective side. The housing's got 12 pre-drilled holes, so you guys can actually mount it. Comes with all the mounting hardware, and it has a permanently fixed 10.5-foot cable. Now, the 10.5-foot cable on the 100 Prime has an Anderson clip end with this as well. With that on the option, you guys also have, of course, the DC plug. Joanna, what's up? How are you doing? So it's got the adapter. Now, you guys with the with the Anderson clip means you guys can link up multiple 100-watt panels. So let's say you guys want to do this and connect up to 4,000 watts of charge rate for the 5,000 plus system. You can do that with this. It will allow for that because it links up through the Anderson clip. That's the cool part about this, and permanently can mount and fix it with it. I feel that. That's what I've been doing. We're not gonna talk about what just happened. We're not gonna do it. I'm sure you guys heard it, but we're not gonna talk about it. I appreciate that. Thank you, Joanna. All right, we got one more solar panel, guys, to show you guys tonight, and that is their newest, largest panel. And I'm going to pull up a video for this. And since I just dropped the glass panel, we're going to ignore that as well. This is their 500-watt Solar Saga. Now, the 500-watt Solar Saga solar panel is a phenomenal solar panel. It is $999, but it is their newest panel. It is about 98 inches long when fully connected. It is made from 6 85-watt panels. Now, these 85-watt panels are an IP68 rating, fully waterproof, water resistant. Now, it does come with a 9.5-foot cable. It has an Anderson clip adapter and, of course, the DC plug connections, the 8020. It does. That's the third time I've actually dropped that on show. Just to tell you, it's tempered glass, and that's what scares me every time it drops. Now, this is a phenomenal little piece. Now, it's bi-directional, 25% efficiency, even in low light settings. So let's say you guys are on the West Coast in Oregon, Seattle, and you guys are worried about not getting a charge. It'll still do 25% settings in even overcast skies. That's going to be like a light drizzle, a small snow, gray skies. It does not mean fully blacked out, thunder, lightning, and downpour. All right? Just not going to happen. Oh, it's totally fine, but it definitely dropped. 500 watts of charge rate, guys. Perfect for all those beautiful little stations. If you guys need the 500, is a great option. Yeah, the metal probably helped it. Let's be honest. It's a fully metal edge. So the full metal edge is what probably made it not break. But it did fall on a power station. That's the first time I've ever had it hit a power station. All right, guys, that's what we have for you on this beautiful show tonight. Bunch of amazing deals. Now, if you haven't hit the follow button, also hit that live notification button so you guys know when we go live over here. We do these lives approximately 4 to 5 shows a month on the Jackery side. Sometimes we do more shows than that. On the Dragon Blogger side, you guys probably see us every other day or more. Yeah, it's first for everything. It's part of life. Now, with that as well, guys, we will be back on, I think the next show's the 10th on the Jackery side. So we have another show over here on Jackery on the 10th. With that, any questions before we go? While I'm waiting to see if there's any questions, I'm going to pick this panel up because I do not want to roll backwards onto it. There we go. We're good. All right, not seeing no questions. Now, if you guys are already following this, these shows are always on Amazon. You guys can come back to the store pages and you guys can watch these over and over. I'm actually multi-streaming right now on the Dragon Blogger side on YouTube. Just look for Dragon Bloggers, I believe, and Jackery does have a YouTube channel. Jackery has YouTube. Jackery has TikTok, Twitch. They have it all. Same with Dragon Blogger. Yeah, they appreciate that. All right, guys, with that, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Now, don't forget there's that 5% discount code for any purchase over $1,000 for you for this show. Now, with that, I want to thank you all for hanging out, all my new friends, and everybody else. I hope you have a great night. We'll see you guys on the next show on the 10th. And for the Dragon Blogger side, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good one, everybody. Have a great night.